Hello, it's August 2nd, 2025, and we show you this. Say hi, Bowie Mayor. Say hi. You know, I've gone through so many changes over the last year and a half since my dad passed. Um, and I've really been embracing the changes. Uh, this little guy though, I never would have seen that coming. Never would have imagined. I have, yeah, and I love it. I love every moment of it. And we just picked him up the other day. We've had him now for 2.5 days. Say hi. Yeah, you see you. And I was talking to him, and my daughter says, "Is that how you talked to me when I was a baby, Dad?" Yes, yes, it is. I talk to you just like I would a friend. And uh, so it's been unusual. It's been a interesting ride, and I you okay? Yeah, look at him. He just cuddles right up against me. I love it. Yes, I do. Oh, and there's so many changes, and I want these next videos to just show that uh, I I'm just not the same person. I went through a lot. I went through the last video will indicate how dark things got for me, and through the love of Jesus, through many loved ones. But my parents have always instilled in me, put God first, family second, church third. And I know people will beg to differ, whatever. God first. You're not going to argue. You're never going to convince me otherwise. You're not going to convince me otherwise, anyways. But you're allowed to have whatever it is you believe. If God's not number one, though, I'm not even going to listen to you. Um, but um, I was shattered that night, and I have been being rebuilt. The ones who know me know that this is just not even something that would even been fathomed. Uh, Contemplate, like no one would have seen this coming, and I want to encourage you that to keep fighting. If you're watching these for the reasons I've set it out, why I've done these, keep fighting, and allow yourself to change. Uh, just put your faith in God, and keep on keeping on. Um, so yeah, I left off at the last video. How I believe I came out of the darkness, and knowing that my daughter is, I stated that she is the reason I will make it to heaven. I stand by that, and so it was some of this because so much of last year's just a blur for me. Um, I I went to bat for my daughter, and I hadn't been to my previous church since last June, June 2024, and haven't set foot back in there since. And uh, I don't plan on it. I don't need to. I wish them well, and I love them all, but um, because of that little ordeal, it had really. So I started getting to where I didn't need church. I think I stated that in the last video. Um, Last week's conference was amazing. It's really, it's really, it's really had an impact on me, a positive impact. And so he's so tired. Um, this is me. It's crazy. I still can't wrap my brain around it. Um, and I'm loving it. I'm loving who I'm becoming. I'm loving what Jesus is doing in my life. I love it. Never would have seen all this coming. Um, yes, I miss my dad. That there's nothing's gonna change that. There is never a day that I'm not gonna miss my dad. But uh, death is inevitable, and unless Jesus returns, we are all gonna meet that demise one day. Um, and um, Jesus is gonna come back. I just don't know when. Um, I'm gonna keep on though, and I don't want anyone to misunderstand me. I know he's coming back. I just don't know when. And so I will always miss my dad. It will. That's gonna be. But at the same time, I know that because my mom's already said it. She said there's like a newness to me. There's a uh, uh, just she has continued to compliment how my appearance, how I talk, how I just go about life. Um, I share the love of Jesus. I more than I've ever shared. Um, with just whoever will listen. Um, I talk about our new church like you wouldn't believe. Um, I just absolutely love it there, and I know I'm getting ahead, but I want the last several videos have been just so negative, which is not me. It's never been me. I've always been a positive person. I've always been a glass half full guy. Things happen, sure, but it's how you go through them. Oh, passing my dad though really put me to the test. That was something. Um, but I wouldn't change it. Wouldn't change it. I love who I'm becoming. And sure, it sucked. It was horrendous. Um, but it's like my mom said about that song "Me Again," and I just wanted to be me again. I just wanted to be who I knew. I wanted to recognize me. I just wanted to be happy. And but I believe I could not. I did not know there was this kind of happiness. I didn't know it. Um, I just simply didn't know. And you don't know what you don't know is what they say. And and I'm not saying I wasn't happy before. I was. I just wasn't this happy. I wasn't this free. I wasn't this who I'm becoming. I wasn't. I didn't know it was possible. There was my mom said that she was it's like the real me finally coming out. Like it's always been there. It just was this blocked. Like it was shut down. Like no, you're just not gonna be that person. And maybe out of fear, maybe I don't know. I really don't know. Um, I don't know what, but I love who I'm becoming. I'm embracing every bit of it, and it took the shattering to bring me here, and but it took the love of my daughter, and I don't want to dismiss my wife either. My wife has been just amazing. She was amazing on this past trip. Um, there was a moment where I was about to spiral, and she's like, "Nah, nope, nope." I'm not sure if I touched on it in the last video. Like I said, I don't watch. I've only watched one video at the end of it just because I was trying to figure out where I left off, and I was trying to figure out how I want to go into um, the next. Other than that, I don't watch them, so I might I might talk about stuff again. And you okay? Yeah, you okay? Um, you got paw. I love this. Yeah, yeah, I love you. I do. I had no idea I could love a puppy, a dog, an animal. I had no idea. Um, letting them lick me. What? Um, so it took. Yeah, I got off. I'm loving it. I tell you, I love who I'm becoming. Um, who I am today, I love it. I'm gonna keep on studying scripture. I'm gonna keep on just doing this. Yeah, you so tired. Um, but I went to bat for her, and I stood up, and it really helped. It kind of pulled me back into my protective side. I will do anything for my wife and daughter. Do not mess with them. Like, there will be a come to Jesus meeting. So, I love them. I love them with all my heart. They are absolutely amazing. They are godsend. And my daughter was just hurting, and I went to bat for her in the way I know how to do. And um, which really, yeah, which really changed the course. It had really just changed the course for me. And again, I don't know exactly a lot of blurs, a lot of uh, stuff that I don't. 2024 sucked. It was awful, but I was thinking the other day, uh, going into 2024 was horrific. Uh, I was spiraling. I was just a mess. My wife and I had just gotten to the worst fight of our whole our whole relationship. Um, we don't fight often, which I've already alluded to. Um, but we entered into 2024, just it was just horrendous for me. Exited 2024 with a new lease on life, a new church, and and not even realizing what was soon to come. And yeah, uh I'm probably getting to the end of these videos, um because there's not a whole lot to go through after. I want to share these changes I'm going through, um and but it was really, I'm just gonna it was in November. um we got kicked out of a marriage group that my wife and I had helped start from our previous church, and we didn't really know what we were gonna do. And it was November, December, I don't remember. We were in talks of going to another church, because my daughter said, "Dad, I need to be back in church." I don't know the time. Like I said, there's a lot of blurs. The fact remains that we were kicked out of. We were sent. I was sent an email, kicking us out of our marriage group that we had helped create. That we were going out every other month, and they'd seen fit to remove us, even though we had been to all of them, even throughout. Even though I wasn't going, um, and we missed one, but it was because of some prior obligations. Like I said, I love all of them there. I don't agree with how they handled us. I don't agree with it, and they know it. Um, and that's fine. It's their church. They do whatever they want. It's not it's not my concern anymore. I just disagree with it, and uh, and so then I got combative again, even though I hadn't been there. It just hurt that these people that I love so much, that just they saw fit to message me to let me know they had kicked me out of a group we helped create. So that stung. It stung, and I went on another tirade, and and it was around the same time. Different ones at the someone had said, "Well, no one's heard from you." They had alluded to knowing I was a mess, and no one's heard from you. I've been there, a member in some capacity since I was 11, 12, and I, it it still baffles me. I'm not going to even try to figure out why there was no reaching out, nothing. Our new church has reached out to my mom, um, lots of times there's lots of communication going on there. Um, yeah, I don't. It's a different culture, different community. I don't know. I can't explain. But I was not happy. I was on a tirade again, and which led into some other conversations, and and I was like, this is exactly why I believe I do not need church. I just don't. Even though the scriptures say, "Do not forsake the assemblies of God," I just thought, uh, this isn't. This is not what I believe church should be. It's not. It's not how I treat people. It's I am I we are instructed to love each other as we would love ourselves. We're just supposed to share love and be there for one another. That's all we're supposed to do. And in my darkest time, they are not the ones who got me through. Not a single one of them. And I'm fine with it because, like I said, I love who I am. I love them. I just disagree, and I'm allowed to. And I extremely disagree with them not even reach out to my mom. Again, I'm allowed to. That's my mom. Like, that's my mom. And you just go, and one of the last things I said was, you have just removed our family from, it's like you have erased us from your church. And no, that's not true. Well, actions speak louder than words, and the actions show that you have erased us. So much so that you sent me an email. You saw fit to send me a personal email that you deleted us.